No matter which direction it's aimed, hate is always hate. Good morning, my friends. It's John. I'm sitting here in my studio after making the mistake of turning the news on for a few moments this morning. I saw an article on there about how anti-Semitic hate crimes are at an all-time high in the United States. There's a couple things I want to say about this topic. Hate is hate, no matter which way it's aimed. Anti-Semitic hate is usually committed by the people who are not very intelligent because they don't really understand what it is they're hating. They're just hating for the sake of hating. They're told that this religious group is the cause of all their problems. And so they choose to make that the focus of their hate, their anger. But hate in any form is hate. And hate used as a tool for venting their own frustrations or justifying why their life is the way it is antithetical to the world that they say they want. Right? They're literally focusing on the most negative aspects of the world. But it's not just the anti-Semites, the white nationalists. It's not just that. You know, I did 6 USO tours and was on military bases overseas. And I remember going down, and we had a moment where we had a chance to see the dogs training. And they put us in the attack suit and let the dogs attack us, which was kind of an interesting experience. But I remember very clearly the soldiers saying, "Get the Hajj, get the Hajj, get the Haji, get the Haji." You know, a Haji, is someone who has taken the Hajj, who has walked to Mecca. It's someone who is a Muslim, because the Hajj is the one of the things that Muslims must do is travel to Mecca. And once you've done that, you are a Haji. And our soldiers were literally saying, "Attack the Haji, attack the Haji, attack the Muslim," is what they were saying. I remember driving through the streets of Qatar on that tour, on one of the tours, and the driver was yelling out of my way, Alibaba, out of my way, Alibaba," and it was throwing hate as he was driving crazily through the streets. He was the worst driver I've ever been with, but he was yelling at everybody else and using racial slurs. "Out of the way, Alibaba." In Djibouti, Africa, they were taking us for a drive around the city, and they said, "Let's drive down to the beach." And he says, "We go to the beach on the days the monkeys aren't out." And he wasn't talking about the monkeys. He was talking about the locals. Hate is hate. No matter where you see it, no matter where you experience it, hate is hate. And hate needs to be called out. Hate needs to be shown that it is not acceptable in our world. Hate is unacceptable anywhere, because hate will only create war and anger and pain and suffering. And hate is always a fearful thing. It's fearful for the person who's hating because they're hating because of their own fears and anxieties. And it's fearful for the people who are having to be the victims of that hate. We have to come to a world and create a world where hate is not acceptable, where hate is just shunned in all forms. And it seems there's been lately in our world some apologists for hate, good people on all sides and stuff of that nature. But hate is hate, period. And we can let go of hate, and we cannot let people be hateful. We can show them it's not acceptable. cannot buy their products. We can show them in nonviolent, peaceful, and not hateful ways that they're wrong. I remember a story I saw on one of the television shows about a neo-Nazi. Had all these tattoos all over him, and one of them was a swastika. And when he got to his lowest in life, and he was having real struggles, a woman, social worker, helped him. She became his closest loving friend and helped him through the hate and the anger and the fear that the man was living. And when he came through it, he went and he had his swastika removed, because the most loving and kind, caring person in his life was this black woman who had, even though he hated her, still showed love and compassion. Even though he hated her for her color, for who she was at her very core. And so he took her with him to get the tattoo removed, because he really wanted her by his side, as he showed he is no longer hateful. We have to be that woman. She's a hero. What is a hero? A hero is someone who achieves extraordinary results in service of others. That's what a hero is. She became his hero because she performed extraordinary results in service of him. And that's the way we defeat hate. We truly defeat hate with love. We understand that their hate is just fear, and their anxieties are just fear. And they're grasping for power, so they're saying the most shocking and hateful things they can. But in reality, they're weak and they're small. That's why they're lashing out, is because they don't feel powerful. They're lashing out to feel powerful. And in reality, love is always more powerful than hate. Love is always going to win if it's truly loving and not fearful. That woman, and I wish I knew her name, I would share it right now. She was a hero. She took a man who hated at his very core, and through love found light in that core and may help that light shine brighter. Each one of us can do that. Each one of us has that ability to step up and love someone else. And it's got to be in all directions. You know, the military using racial terms to train their dogs to attack is disgusting. You know, the military calling the locals monkeys in Djibouti, Africa. Disgusting. Disgusting. Hate in any direction. In any direction. Anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, hate against LGBTQ, homophobia, basically. It's all going to go. But it doesn't go unless we start to love openly and helping people be less fearful, and let it be known that it's not acceptable to hate. And each one of us can do that, and even in small ways. Just even saying the phrases is antithetical to a peaceful world. Saying derisive remarks about people or races or genders or any of that. It's all hate. And hate is just fear run amok. So let's alleviate the fears so we all can love and have a world that is free of hate. So that's my thought on my news visit this morning. And no, please don't send me a bunch of messages saying stop watching the news. I watch 5 to 10 minutes a day on purpose so that I just have an awareness of what's going on in the world. And that's okay. I'm allowed to do that. I oftentimes, if I mention the news, I get messages telling me to stop. And I'm not gonna. I'm gonna catch my 5 minutes, and then 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna move on with my day. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.